Is a mountain to climb legally to win a libel action in America. You have to prove not only that Amber Heard wrote the article, that it was about Johnny Depp, that it was also seriously defamatory, but also with malice, with a reckless disregard for the truth. It was a mountain to climb, and on all 21 questions that the jury were asked, they all said yes to every one. Figures at the beginning of libel trials are pretty much plucked out of the air. The decision as to how much is actually paid, well, it was an interesting moment in court when the judge looked at the jury's verdict and said, "You haven't filled in this bit of the paper. We have a list of 21 questions, and at the end, it's down to the jury just to write a number down." And the first one was what they believe was the main damages, and then any extra punitive damages for the extra malice on top. So the total was $10,350,000. But there was also a countersuing coming from Amber Heard about 2 articles in the Daily Mail, and on one of the comments it suggested there had been a hoax effectively to delude the police about there being a violent incident at their penthouse apartment. And on that one count, the jury said, no, we think that's wrong, and awarded Amber Heard $2 million.
However, he, his lawyers, and his many, many fans are very, very happy with the verdict. He even saying that his life starts from here. He's been given his life back.
Says he's been overwhelmed by the support and love he's received during his long legal battle with Amber Heard. And, well, if you want to understand the level of interest and the level of support he's received, here's a fact for you. Each evening on American TV, there's about 18 million people sit down to watch this evening bulletins. 18 million. If you go onto TikTok and you look at one hashtag, Justice for Johnny Depp, and you look along there at how many views there have been of videos with that hashtag, it is 18 billion. Ooh. You realize the level.
Not only that, you see people, how many people are watching it on
and the amount of support.
YouTube.
And the interesting thing, of course, is
and now that it's over,
on video, it's all been available to everyone.
Maybe if we have that same amount of focus on Trump and Putin
to everything,
and people trying to destroy the world, we can save the world.
This was a case that was won by social media. Also, a lot of trolling of Amber Heard, wasn't there?
It has been extraordinary. Each time I've gone onto Twitter, there's been a hashtag on trending topics. Amber Heard is a psychopath. We spoke to a head of an organisation that speaks up for people who are victims of domestic violence, and they've said, irrespective of the outcome, they were very anxious about the way it's been conducted and the amount of abuse that she has faced. Amber Heard said she is heartbroken by the decision. She says, for many other women who want to speak out, dare they risk it if they too are going to be publicly humiliated and shamed.
There are many saying, look, this show, there are men who are victims of domestic violence, but also they wonder how women who do have credible stories of victims of abuse, whether they will be regarded in the same way in the future.
A lot of people were very uncomfortable with the fact that Amber Heard was an ambassador of the American Civil Liberties Union for women's rights. She had a UN role as well. She is using other people's suffering for her own advancement, and that was one of the arguments. A lot of people have said, I see a man who is a victim of domestic violence, and finally somebody's been able to stand up and say, I am a victim of my wife. There are many ways of looking at this. The question, of course, is whether or not this incredible global show, is that the right way to be discussing such a difficult and sensitive and important topic?
Our correspondent, David Silito.